Freeports in the UK are ready to thrive after being liberated from EU red tape, while EU equivalents will increasingly become prey to smugglers, a Brussels-based policy analyst has said. Mr Sunak outlined plans for 8 new free ports, at East Midlands Airport, Felixstowe and Harwich, Humber Region, Liverpool City Region, Plymouth, Solent Thames and Teesside. Furthermore, the following month, during his spring budget, Mr Sunak confirmed employers within freeports would benefit from NIC reliefs. Peter Klepp, a research fellow with the Property Rights Alliance think tank and the author of a 2020 paper on the subject, told Express.co.uk, Brexit freeports will be a better application of the idea of freeports than EU freeports, as the UK is now freed from EU competition policy, which has prevented EU freeports from properly acting as low-tax, low-customs, low-regulation havens, given that this is, oddly, seen by the European Commission as distorting fair competition. It is true that in theory, the EU could challenge UK tax breaks, but the EU-UK trade deal makes this very complex for the EU to do, meaning the UK is largely free to provide tax breaks to freeports as it pleases. Mr Klepp added, one important unintended effect of the EU crippling EU free ports with all kinds of restrictions, is that they seem to have become vulnerable to all kinds of smuggling purposes and illicit trade. The European Parliament, among other EU institutions, has already voiced its concern about the situation, Mr Klepp said. He explained, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development (OECD) has estimated that the establishment of a new free trade zone is associated with a 5.9% rise in the value of counterfeit exports from the host economy, but it seems to very much depend on how free ports are structured. UK think tank RUSI has pointed out that for example in Morocco, free zones may actually pose lower criminal risks than other border crossings and logistics hubs as they are subject to a higher level of regulation and control. Mr Klepp added, the UK's post-Brexit approach to offer tax advantages to free ports that are much lower than the EU allows for EU free ports, combined with restrictions on free ports acting as art warehouses, should guarantee that the problems surrounding EU free ports are avoided while the economic benefits that EU free ports are struggling to provide are being realised. The need for free ports is also a consequence of the heavy taxes, regulations and customs that burden ordinary trade. In an ideal scenario, we shouldn't actually need free ports, but overall cuts to taxes, customs and regulations for the whole territory.